everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be showing you guys my entire Dior collection, and I don't have an enormous amount of items from Dior, but I do have quite a variety of items from there. So I thought it would be interesting to show you guys what I have and let you guys know what I think is worth it or not worth it. So yeah, let's get into this video. So I'll be showing you guys these items in the order that I purchased them. So my first ever purchase from Dior is the pair of earrings that I have on right now. They're the very classic Dior tribal earrings, and they basically have two spherical balls, one smaller one at the front and then a larger one at the back. So the pair that I have has this fake pink looking pearl at the front, and then the back of it is full of these kind of gray tone crystals. So this part actually sparkles a lot. And when I went into the boutique to buy a pair of their tribal earrings, I initially wanted the pair that has the ganache pattern on it because that one doesn't have any crystals on it, and I had heard not so great things about crystals on costume jewelry falling off over time. So yeah, I was a little bit skeptical about buying this pair that I have, but when I saw it, I just knew that I wanted this pair over the ganache pattern one. I thought that I would go back for that one in the future, but I never did because what I realized was that I have sensitivity to the metals in costume jewelry. So yeah, I could only wear this pair of earrings for maybe 2 to 3 hours before my ears start getting irritated. So yeah, I never bought another pair of costume jewelry, whether it's from Dior or a different brand. But I would say that if you're thinking of buying a pair of costume jewelry, these tribal earrings is definitely a very good choice. None of the crystals have fallen off on mine, so I don't think that should be a concern. And yeah, they just look so pretty. I've gotten so many compliments on them, and they go with so many different outfits. The only thing is, I feel like the tribal earrings from Dior now are a little bit more casual and a little bit more gearing towards street style. So take a look at their website or their boutique if you're interested in a pair of their tribal earrings to see what they have. But if there aren't any that you're interested in, I would say take a look at the pre-loved market because you can get a pretty good deal on them. And yeah, the older ones I personally think look much nicer than the newer ones. This next item I actually bought on the same exact day as the tribal earrings, and it is this black cosmetic case. And yeah, it is a very kind of standard cosmetic pouch or cosmetic case, and the only thing that is unique about it is on the side over here you do get these Dior charms like you would find on the Lady Dior, for example. So when I went into the boutique that day to buy a pair of tribal earrings, I didn't really have the intention of buying a cosmetic pouch. I knew that I wanted to buy a cosmetic pouch, but I didn't really have the intention of buying this Dior one. So this was a little bit of an impulse purchase, but honestly, I have to say that I'm so glad that I bought this because this pouch just lives in my Neverfull 24/7, 365 days a year. And I've had this for 5 or 6 years at this point, and honestly the wear and tear on this is absolutely amazing as far as the leather goes, at least. So even though it's been sitting in my bag non-stop, and yeah, the outside is kind of dusty and it doesn't look perfectly new and pristine anymore, but the leather on this, I am surprised at how well it's worn because you don't really see any wear on the corners or anything of the sort. And I don't think they make this type of leather anymore, but yeah, if they did, I would buy more items in this type of leather. And the inside of this is this really pretty kind of fuchsia magenta color, and you do have this little slip pocket over here. So yeah, it's kind of, you know, there's not much special about it because it is just a cosmetic case, but surprisingly, I've used this so much, and honestly, the price per wear of this cosmetic case is probably less than $1 per use. So yeah, I must say this was a very good purchase. The only thing though is the charms and the zipper is so scratched up and so tarnished at this point. When I bought it, I actually had them replace the zipper for me right away because the zipper was really scratched up. But yeah, when they returned it to me, it was perfectly new and pristine again. But over the course of these few years, yeah, it's gotten all scratched up and all tarnished and everything, but honestly, I just couldn't be bothered to send this back to them to have them repair it again. Next is a pair of shoes that I got for a really great discount. I believe I got them for close to 50% off, and it's this pair of, I believe they're called the Dior Essence Pumps. It's kind of like a very simple standard pointy toe pump. The heel is a little bit of a unique shape. It's just slightly thicker at the very bottom of it, but honestly when you're wearing this you can't really tell that the heel looks any different than a typical stiletto heel. I really like this pair of shoes because they are really comfortable even though it's a 4-inch heel. I wear them quite a bit, so I kind of wish that I had bought more of these when they were still making them, because honestly I like this pair of shoes more than the current Dior pumps that they're making. And yeah, you'll notice a little bit of a trend that I do prefer some of the older items from Dior more than I do the current ones, even though I do really like a lot of the current styles that they have right now. I just wish that they didn't discontinue a lot of the older stuff. And then we have one of my favorite bags in my handbag collection, and it is of course the very classic Lady Dior, which I have in the medium size in this navy ultra matte color. So back when I first went to buy these tribal earrings, that was the day when I was first starting to seriously consider buying a Lady Dior. So on that day, I had kind of considered buying this cobalt blue lambskin one, but I didn't buy that. And then another one that I saw like 2 years later was this one in this really pretty kind of sakura pink color, and then I didn't buy that one. And then it was finally in 2019, I believe, that I picked up this ultra matte Lady Dior. And honestly, I'm so glad that I chose to wait and buy this one. This is super perfect for so many different occasions because you can dress this up, you can dress this down, and because I waited for this bag, I actually managed to get it with this flap style opening, because the other two that I mentioned, if I had gotten those, it would have been with the zippered opening, which yeah, I wasn't very into that. So I'm super glad that I waited, and I do have a review on this bag, which is like a little bit over a year old. Not too much has changed since I put up that review. I do plan on doing another review on this bag a little bit later on, but honestly I haven't really been using this too much in the past year, so not that many updates, not that much more wear and tear on it since I did that review. But yeah, I do plan on using this much more in the future, so when I do, I will do an updated review for you guys. So that was half of my collection, and that covers everything that I bought up to 2019. And the other half was all purchased in 2020. So yeah, I kind of went a little bit crazy buying Dior items in 2020. So the first of my Dior purchases in 2020 is this 30-ounce hand belt right here. So this is in the black leather with this gold CD logo hardware. And this, I say it over and over, it is a little bit too big for me. I bought this in the 75 centimeter width. Is that what you call it? Yeah, like 75 centimeters around the waist. So yeah, this is a little bit too big on me. And honestly, I kind of feel like I will probably never get around to getting more holes punched in it, but yeah, I kind of make it work. It works perfectly fine when I have it belted around blazers, which kind of is the way that I like to wear this the most, because this belt is so wide. I believe it's around 35 millimeters wide. So yeah, it is such a big belt that I do like how it looks on blazers the most. When I have it on with kind of lighter, thinner fabric dress, it almost feels like this is a little bit too much for something like that. But I do really like this belt, even though it is quite expensive. So I don't necessarily want to say that it is the best value for money. But what I will say is that compared to some other designer belts that I have looked at and have purchased, this is probably the best quality out of all of them, especially compared to the Valentino belt. This one feels so much nicer and seems like it's of so much better quality. So yeah, if you're looking for a good quality designer belt, then this is a good choice. But if you're looking for, I guess, an affordable one, I don't necessarily think that this is it. And the only other bag that I own from Dior is my Dior book tote in the Toilage V pattern, and this is probably, I want to say, the only trendy item that I have from Dior. So because it is on the trendier side, I don't think that this is as worth it as the other items that I've showed you and will show you, but I still do really love it. I love how intricate the pattern is. I'm kind of like a sucker for anything in this kind of blue and white design, anything in this sort of Toilage V pattern. I really, really love it. So I'm glad that I have it in my collection, but I would be lying to you guys if I said that this was absolutely worth it and you should go out and buy yourself a $3,000 canvas bag. But yeah, I still think this is super pretty nonetheless. And next I have the Mitza scarf in the Rosa Metabolist pattern, which I think was very popular last year, and when it was first released I actually missed out on it, so I kind of semi-stalked the website to see if they would restock it, and when they did, I bought it instantly. I didn't even think about it. I just thought this was such a pretty pattern, and I love just taking it out and admiring it. It's that pretty, and even the back of it I think is really nice too, with this pink and black stripe pattern. So this is definitely something that I think is super worth it, especially since this is one of the most affordable items from Dior. I actually did a video recently comparing the Mitza scarf to the Tully from Hermes and the Louis Vuitton bandeaus, and I think that the Mitza scarves are definitely the most worth it out of the three. So yeah, I do plan on potentially adding more of these Mitza scarves to my collection in the future. There hasn't really been any that I've been super in love with currently, but yeah, if there's any that I really like, I wouldn't hesitate to buy them. And the last item in my Dior collection is another piece of jewelry. So I started this video and I'm also ending this video with jewelry from Dior. The only difference is while the tribal earrings that I showed you guys earlier is a piece of costume jewelry, this is something from their fine jewelry line, and it is the Rose d'Avance necklace, which I have in the rose gold with the pink opal stone. So this necklace is very unique because you can wear it on both sides and each side is slightly different. So this front side over here shows an 8-point star with a diamond at the center. And then on the back of it, it's a little bit more understated. So let me show you guys what the back of it looks like. So the back of the necklace, all you can see is the pink opal stone. So you don't have the shine from the diamond or the gold. So this is more understated. And let me show you guys what the front of it looks like close up also. So that's what the front of the necklace looks like. So yeah, I think that this necklace is so unique, especially if you want something that is a similar type of pendant to the Van Cleef & Arpels Alhambra line, but you don't want that specific necklace. I think that this is a great alternative. So yeah, I really like this necklace, but I will have to say though that even though price-wise it is a little bit less than the Van Cleef & Arpels Alhambra necklaces, I don't think that the resale value on these necklaces from Dior is as good because Dior isn't a jewelry brand like Van Cleef & Arpels is. That doesn't mean that I don't like it. I really do like this necklace. In fact, I do plan on adding another one. There was one on my wish list that was the same size as this with the mother of pearl stone instead of the pink opal and in white gold instead of this rose gold. But I think I'm going to change that to a smaller version of this Rose d'Avance necklace. It's their extra small size, I guess. And that one actually doesn't have any type of stone on it. It's just the metal with the diamond in the center. And I think that would be a good layering piece. So yeah, I'm replacing the other one on my wish list with the smaller one. So maybe I'll be adding that to my collection this year. And yeah, I do think that my Dior collection will probably grow a little bit in this year, and if not this year, definitely going forward in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked seeing what's in my Dior collection. And if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below which piece you like the most from my collection, as well as what do you have in your Dior collection. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing for new videos every single week. And I'll leave 2 videos on the screen for you to watch next. So I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.